what we said at the AGM was we've got more acquisitions in the pipeline. We always have to be disciplined, and it's interesting watching some of the other people out there, some of the mistakes they might have made, and we can obviously learn from those, and anybody in our space, particularly in the service industry, needs to learn from the mistakes of others and also the wins of others. So there's a lot of education to be had from those other firms that have gone in before us. So we hope we can avoid mistakes. We'll try hard. We've certainly been disciplined in any acquisitions we make, and it's very easy to go out buying things, and we've had a number of people come to us wanting what we believe are ridiculous valuations, and they've gone away because we just don't choose to get into that sort of game. We don't want to wake up with a hangover afterwards saying, gee, it was easy buying all these things, but now we leave the firm with a legacy of how you deal with them all. So we have a couple of opportunities left in Australia. In fact, I thought a few weeks ago we probably had done all our work, but these are people that have come to us, and as I've said before, how this profession moves at glacial speed. We started talking to these people over a year ago, or one in particular, and it looks like that might get done, but you don't know till it's done, but it's sort of underway. We're also looking at Hong Kong, China. We're about to open an office in Thailand. We've had all the approvals basically to get the office running, and as I've said before, that should add about $1 million US to the bottom line in the Singapore office. We're about to, we've applied for wholly owned foreign enterprises in Beijing and Shanghai. We've had those approved, so we've got total optionality now as to how we go into China. We've got our great man in China, Dr. Oliver Lutzer, and if we can put a better platform under him, I'm sure we can turbocharge that. That's one of the, there aren't many whales around, but that's a really great opportunity for us. The Thailand process is progressing slowly and positively, and we'll have something up and running there, I would hope, by the end of January. But these things often take longer. But we've applied for a company, and we've had it pretty well approved there. Apart from doing a possible acquisition that's still going along at snail's pace, but that's part of the thing that protects the profession, that everything happens at snail's pace, and that's what stops us losing clients quickly, but makes it hard to gain them. But that's okay. That's the industry we're in. As I've always said, we're very boring, but for us, boring's good. But yes, we've paid down debt. We're not debt junkies. I always take the view people can do what they like in their own lives, but as far as we've got to protect the business so that we're ready for anything, not that we've ever had any shocks, but we just want to be in a position where we're running debt-free, we're not beholden to banks, and we can leverage off what we've got. So we can deploy that capital next year. We've still got our $100 million facility with the ANZ, of course, and so we've actually got quite a lot of opportunities and facilities to go in there. And now we've reached the stage we're at, more people from bigger entities are sort of coming to us, and there are some opportunities in other parts of the world, in Europe, in these the adjacent markets, not traditional patent and trademark business, but in areas that supply information, a bit of more of what Tom's crowd do, but these are far more established with possibly listed public companies or privately held, and it's a big area out there. These the adjacency area, intellectual property, would run into some billions per year, and if we can just find a good niche in that at the right price, then that's a very nice thing, because when you get into some of these other areas, you get a very nice synergy in that they contact clients and they generate work, not direct filings of patent or trademarks, but they give you a lead in, and once you've got that lead in, you can direct more work into the Spruson and Ferguson network in Asia. So there's a methodology in this adjacency to see how we build, it's more building blocks in the network and the things you could never do just as a traditional patent and trademark attorney firm. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us next year, and in the years ahead, and the opportunities are more out of Australia than in. As I say, the opportunities in Australia now are pretty limited. We've picked up some of the best firms, and if couple of these other acquisitions come off, there won't be too much left that is of any interest to us, and that could take us to 25% of the Australian patent filing market. But otherwise, I think there's nothing that we see on the horizon that gives us any inspiration right now. There's always threats, like there are in every business, and competitive threats, but we're always aiming to be ahead of that, and with our IT systems and having great people on board like Tom Haynes, we think we're up for the challenge and can meet it and do better.